All right, we are live, which this is really, really cool. I like this. Um, I guess this will probably be on my thing later. But this is really cool. Sorry if y'all see me moving around a lot. I'm trying to keep my legs from being in the sun. It's pretty hot out here. But happy Saturday, everybody. This is not my real hair. I will go ahead and tell you guys that right now. I know I look like Storm. I know I look like Halle Berry. I get that a lot. But this is not my real hair. This is a wig. Okay? I'm definitely one of those females that is not afraid to admit when something is fake. Or if I have extensions or whatever else. But I mean, I like it though. It's pretty. My hair is actually shorter than this. So, but yeah, like I said, I figured I'd actually try it when I redid my whole, I guess, account with YouTube. I had to wait 24 hours for this doohickey to pop up, yeah, so I kind of forgot about it, honestly. I kind of forgot about this even existing, to do the whole live thing, because honestly, I am, as you can, if you've been on my page, I've had a few other videos that I've posted, and those were back like 2014 when I did those. So about, yeah, 4 years ago that I did all those, and so I said I need to update. And I love video blogging. I think it's cool. To me, I think it's a little bit better than regular blogging, but even with regular blogging, it's still fun to do, even though I haven't done it in a while. Um, so, so for those, I guess, that have followed, watched my videos, whatever, I know I'm not exactly popular or famous, and you guys are probably thinking, like, who is this weird chick with white hair this time and everything else, but I reassure you that I am very, very different from a lot of people. And yes, a lot of people do say that, but I am definitely very, very different. I try to stay different. I try to, if I see something that I like as far as trend goes, I try to mimic it somehow, but mimic it in my own way. I don't like really being a follower. I would rather be a leader, and you know, just set my own trends, and if anybody decides to follow that style too, it's fine. So, I'm definitely sorry, guys. I'm noticing how my hair looks. I'm just trying to make it look to where it's not weird. Um, so, and one thing with my blogs, whether it's live, whether it's just recorded, I mentioned it into a little mini intro about myself. I rather keep it as real as possible. You know, the most you won't see me do is like a throw up on here, which I hope not, unless I'm talking about food and telling you guys, hey, don't, if you're allergic to this, don't eat this kind of stuff or whatever else, because I don't want you guys to see that. It's really gross. But yeah, so I'm excited, and even though I don't have any viewers right now, it is okay, because right now everybody is mostly concerned with the whole Cardi B, Nicki Minaj fight that broke out or wherever else. A lot of people are dealing with Burt Reynolds' death. Rest in peace to him. In fact, freaking Mac Miller died. That's crazy. So rest in peace to him. My thoughts and prayers go out to both families. Even down to the whole stupid let's burn our Nike stuff because we don't want to wear Nike because Kaepernick is the face of Nike and blah 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 blah. Which is like, I don't really, it's not that I don't care about it, but you guys are making a big uproar about, okay, the two deaths that I mentioned, first off, let's say those, you know, in a sense, those are, yes, those are important because nobody wants to lose a loved one. Nobody wants to hear somebody died. You know, it's sad. It's a hard thing to process and get over. But at the same time, nobody wants to hear, you know, we're so concerned with, oh, Cardi B got into a fight with Nicki Minaj about this or that because Nicki Minaj is being petty. That's why she got the crap beat out of her or whatever else, which is stupid. But then you also got the whole Kaepernick thing, and it's just like, guys, there are like way other things that we need to be worried about. And when the media is posting and focusing on those things more so, in a sense, just from what I've learned, is that is a distraction for us to not know what's going on Capitol Hill. Because I don't like talking about politics stuff at all whatsoever. But in these cases, it's kind of need to be talked about, and especially for somebody with an open viewpoint. Honestly, I am not Democrat. I am not Republican. I guess you could label me as liberal or whatever it is, but even with half of the liberals out there, I don't exactly agree with a lot of stuff. I'm just me. I'm just me voting for, or wanting to vote for, somebody that's actually going to make a difference. And honestly, I would love to vote for people in Congress and everything that actually have the mentality and the common sense to make bills and laws that actually make sense and will help our nation. Because right now, making America great again, there's nothing great is being made. How about that? And sure, there are going to be a lot of you Trump supporters or whatever else that are probably going to bash this feed and have rude and ugly comments or whatever else. But please, exactly, anybody, honestly, tell me what has happened that has made America great again, that we did not get into an uproar with each other, that we have not tried to murder and beat the crap out of each other. Because I can tell you right now, nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing. As far as the whole Nike thing is concerned, I don't care if half of you guys want to say and think that Nike is doing this just to make money. Nike's going to make money regardless. You buy their stuff and Nike will still have their money. The fact that honestly Nike probably saw something in Kaepernick and with his situation that he got himself into, said, hey, let's have him have the face of it. Maybe they're trying to reach out and say that what he's standing up for is a way of saying just do it. It goes along with their slogan. Has anybody thought of that? No. Because one lady I watched last night, I don't know her name. I don't remember her name. I forgot her little feed line that she worked for, whatever else. But it was a black lady. I think her name started with a D. I think like Deidre or Desiree, something like that. I don't know. But what's that up on my car? Sorry, I just have to. I'm always about my surroundings. So, gosh, my hair looks really weird. I'm sorry, you guys. But she had to go on her rant about Kaepernick doing this, and Kaepernick doesn't mean anything by it. Blah 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 blah. And Trump is saying this and the other. Well, first off, I will go ahead and say, I'll admit to that I don't like Nicki Minaj. I don't like Cardi B. I prefer Cardi B over Nicki Minaj, but either way, I don't like either one of them. But as far as Kaepernick goes, I don't really care for him at all. I don't care for his attitude. He's the best of the best and nobody can top him or whatever else. I don't like that type of attitude in people. There's a difference in a can-do attitude and a think that I'm better than you attitude. So, for what he was trying to stand for, I understand. The police brutality, and honestly, it has so much as nothing just to do, in my opinion. It's not just a race thing that I look at, which, yes, I do see, and I understand for why people are upset. I do see that part. That does need to be fixed. But the police brutality altogether with innocent people or whatever, because think about it, anybody in a simple protest that doesn't do anything, there's usually that one officer that strikes somebody for no reason. That's police brutality as well. I mean, there's so much more that plays into that. But yeah, so, kudos to Kaepernick for what he's trying to do, but I don't think having a smug attitude about it, I don't think that's the way to go about it, honestly. I want to make a point or start some kind of movement, then let me make sure, in a sense, I have my facts together, that I reassure everybody that, hey, this is what's going on. Everybody, honestly, and it's coming from both sides of races, whereas whites that are acting this way, blacks are acting a certain way about Kaepernick too, but there really hasn't been anybody, and it's only lasted for like a month, if I remember correctly, but Tim Tebow kneeled at the national anthem when it was being sung or whatever else, and that only lasted for like a month. Everybody else is still in uproar about Kaepernick kneeling at the national anthem. Guess what? Tim Tebow was kneeling was because he was praying. He was praying at the national anthem, and that I am totally for. Yes, I am a Christian, and I do believe that, even if I'm standing and singing in my head, I'm praying for the victims that have fallen, that went and served. I am praying for those that are out there. I'm praying for those that made it home and that they're safe. I mean, it's called constant prayer. So even if you're kneeling and praying, that's still, in a sense, it is out of respect. You're praying for the fallen. You're praying for those that are overseas, that are suffering, giving up a lot of their freedom to go and help another country for their freedom and make sure we can keep ours and make sure that we can stay safe. And yet nobody wants to think about that. So in a sense, a lot of other people that started kneeling too, it's not so much of, we're disrespecting our flag. You want to talk about disrespecting our flag? Let's still keep talking about for months now of those that were burning the flag, that were putting it on the ground and stomping on it. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to wait till somebody big like Kaepernick does something and then rave about it for months. I forgot. Y'all don't like to do that. You see how twisted and backwards that is? It makes no sense whatsoever. Don't bash one person and let it go under the rug for a little bit or go away for a long time and then go bash somebody else, and let's keep bashing them over, and over again. Like, it's petty and it's stupid. This whole... And you know what? I saw it last night on Twitter too. It made me laugh, and if this guy happens to see it, kudos to the guy in the plaid at the freaking... I'm going to talk about this on Twitter too. Kudos to him at the Trump rally support or whatever that was making the faces and everything else. Because, honestly, that shows that there's real people out there in the audience versus those that are just going to stand there for the camera like we're in kindergarten choir. We're being told by a teacher when to smile and when to sing and whatever else. Like, come on. He probably, even if he was just doing it on purpose, just do it on purpose. I mean, he still had some expressions like, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck? Or whatever. We need that, But I mean, and then for them to go and replace him, and not only just him, but, sorry y'all, I felt something on my back. But not even just him, even down to people that were minding their own business and just sitting there listening and like, we're just going to replace you guys too, and put some other people that actually work for him to stand in there. Like, you don't think we notice that? Like, come on. It's really stupid. So, I'm only doing this to fix my hair in a sense to where it's decent and comfortable. I can't stand the whole long hair playing thing in front of the camera. I can't deal with that. Sorry. But yeah, so it's honestly, America is really, the only thing that will make America great again is us, we the people, just like at the beginning of our wonderful Declaration of Independence. If we the people actually put a lot of negative stuff behind us and let's take a step forward and actually be happy. A friend of mine shared on Facebook the What Would You Do TV show scene where, of course, they're actors trying to see, how people felt and how it affected them. And I teared up on it. They had a white couple in the restaurant and their waiter was Hispanic or whatever, and they were, just discriminating him really badly. And it was great to see how many people stood up for that man. And were just so sickened by, and like, I was sickened too, even though they were actors, those actors were actually portraying people that we have in the U.S. that are just so rude and disrespectful and you need to go back to your own country and you don't belong here. Guess what? Just because a lot of us were born here, we don't belong here. This wasn't even our land to begin with. Our founding fathers and all of them, as great as they were trying to make this new home and new world for us, they came and they slaughtered millions of Native Americans. So you tell me, who exactly are the rightful owners to this land? It's today age, it's not our fault. No. But we don't need to go and discriminate and be rude to others from a different country. I mean, even with those that did come to New York, if a lot of them came on a legal term sense, guess what? A lot of people snuck in on an illegal term sense and changed their names and started over and started their family. There are people that probably snuck in through barrels and whatever else, little bitty spaces to move and breathe, or whatever else. I mean, back then people had the big fancy dresses. Little kids probably, snuck in under somebody else's dress and was able to get on the ship and be a part of this great new world we call America. I don't think anybody really thinks that. I don't think anybody takes the time to think about those things. And it's sad. So, but I think we, the people that want to make America great again, we seriously need to stop all of the hate. We need to stop all of the racism. And when I say that, I don't mean by going out and pointing out every person that's hateful and rude and has their heart filled with racism, tell them that, well, they need a change and blah, 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 blah. No, let's make sure we make the change ourselves, because we're also the change when we step up to the plate and speak up. They say bullying only happens in schools with kids and everything else. It doesn't. Bullying continues on with adults. Bullying continues outside of school. Bullying continues outside of work. Bullying happens every day. You talk about somebody not being from this country and being rude and spitting on them, whatever else, that's a sign of bullying. The fact that we've lost, even outside of that, the fact that we lost, and this is a part of making America great again, to change, make a difference. We've lost Robin Williams in 2014 to depression, committed suicide. We lost Chester, I believe, beginning of this year. Yeah, beginning of this year. We lost Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Suicide because of depression. And in a sense, we lost, I don't know his full story. I know it was a drug overdose, but Mac Miller apparently was the same way. You guys, we got to step up and be able to help those out. Depression, and I've seen so many videos about it too. Depression is just not when somebody's sad or when they're crying or whatever else. Depression happens behind the biggest smile that you can see. Example, Robin Williams. He just seemed so happy and full of life and wanted to make everybody laugh and whatever else, but he was honestly sad. He was depressed. Things were bothering him, and I can't say that nobody helped him. The fact that there were probably people that were trying to help him, but guess what? Somebody that deals with depression were quick to say, no, it's okay, I'm fine. No, I'm tired. No, it's all right. I was just lost in thought, just thinking about stuff, We're quick to say that. And I say we because I deal with it. Depression comes in so many forms, you guys. It's a tricky, sneaky little thing. It comes in many different forms. We got to step up and we got to do better. One thing I always think about, and I talk about it with my sister and my friends, is that I watched Man of the Year with Robin Williams one time. It was one of the movies I hadn't seen, and we watched it just to, kind of remember him and everything else. And it was such a good movie. And honestly, it had a lot of stuff to make you think about what the heck is going on, because he was running for president or something like that, and it just talked about how this one lady, she figured out how, people voting for whoever else, how it was really going down. The fact that, there was scandals going on with the voting polls and everything else, and he even made a point out that, while all of these candidates that are running for president and whatever else, whatever election, they're so quick to bash somebody in their campaign, use all this money that they're given to bash somebody in their campaign, when yet that money could be used for something good. And yeah, easier said than done. And yeah, sure, it was just a movie, but actually take the time to think about it. How many times do you see a campaign ad for this party bashing this person from the other party? How many more have you seen where they're actually talking about the good that they want to do? Yes, they're out there, but guess what? All the negative ones are out there even more, because once one good video from a party comes on, then right after one is a negative one about that party. And it's just like, why? I thought we were supposed to be able to do this in the right way. And of course, even down to that, with presidents saying, or anybody that goes into office really says that they want to do this for our country, for our city, for our state, whatever else. And we complain about, oh, they said that they were going to do this and change this. Guess what? A lot of that also has to do with people that are voting on this bill in town hall, in Congress, on Capitol Hill, whatever else. So when there is a good idea that can really help out this country or the state or the city that you live in, whatever else, and it gets voted no by other people that work in that Capitol building, that's not our fault. That's their fault. So it sucks. So again, let's make America great again by actually doing something, instead of being rude, instead of talking bad about people and trying to put people out. Because growing up, I knew that America was once called the melting pot, because we had so many different diversities of nationalities and everything else in here. And I can definitely understand that, yes, you do need to be able to get in here legally. You should follow the rules with coming in and everything else. But those that are actually already here legally and you're still rude to them about it, that's not making America great again. You're just being rude. You're telling somebody to go back to their home when they were actually born here as a citizen. How stupid do you look? But, again, I just think it's crazy, everything that's going on. Again, like I've said, and I'll keep saying it many, many times more, we need to actually come together, and we actually need to make America great again. We need to do it for ourselves. Can't always depend on the bigger person to really do that for us. We got to be able to do it within our community, and then hopefully the community can branch out to the county, and then the county can branch out to the state, and the state can branch out to regions, south, southeast, southwest, or just the south, or north, west, whatever. And then that can, at the end of the day, really take a toll to the whole nation as one. As my band director used to tell me, we got too many chiefs and not enough Indians. We need a lot more Indians and not the Indians to follow orders of what exactly it is that the chiefs say, but those Indians also need to be the ones to make a difference. So we say, oh, well, we want that person to be the new chief. We want that one to be chief's right-hand man. Like, we need more of that. So, but I have gone on for 24 minutes, and I am baking in the sun, so I am going to go. I'm probably going to do another live feed thing on Twitter, because I did one the other night about the whole Nike Kaepernick thing and everything else, so I'm probably going to go back and do some more, just because there's new information on that, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So, I love you guys. Those that watch this later, thank you for watching. I hope to do some more of these pretty soon. And you guys enjoy your weekend. Bye.